Good gaming, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Snyder, and today we're going to watch some new play CEDH. In today's game, we have a Sisay Weatherlight Captain, a Kinnan, a Kodashima, and a second Kinnan. I would like to thank the CLG, the CEDH League of Gentlemen, for allowing us to use the footage, and also the Scruffy Octopus at scruffyoctopusorlapievbarbu.com for the recording setup they graciously made for us. And here we start with a sun-scorched desert. The reason why I mention it is a one-piece of his combo. Oh, Graph Digger's Cage. How to lock out two Kinnans out of a game. So Sunscorch, part of his combo, we saw it in under the game. Plays Elvish Mystic. Then we see the Sisay use a fetch land, goes for a Bayou. We'll play a Chromux. And printing Herte Resurrected. Gonna tap 2, and he's gonna play his own Kinnan. Looking to get ahead of everybody else. Kinnan players draws. Plays a Pain Land, Bird. And he will pass. So Kodashima player played a City of Trader and a Lotus Petal. Is gonna crack Petal into Spellseeker. And he's gonna use his Spellseeker to go get a... It's gonna be a shared Summoner's Pact. My apologies. Now the issue is that I do not see any green on his board. Second Kinnan plays a Windswept Eat, go fetch a Tropical. Tap for 2. We'll play his Kinnan. Kinnan is always a key piece of any Kinnan deck, especially with a Dork already on board. Sisay player plays Relic of Legends, which makes each legendary creatures into a mana dork. Taps for 2, 3. And you'll go for Sisay right off the bat. Tap for 1, plays Ragavan. So it is a super good turn 2. Something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana on board. If he plays his card right, he should be able to close it pretty fast. Kinnan player plays a Minamo, goes for Kinnan. And then he will play a Grim Monolith, which is decent. It's not Basalt, but it's still super useful. Kodashima player puts a Boseiju in the field, triggers for the destruction of the City of Trader happens. He will tap it for 2 colorless, he will cast Crop Rotation. So as City of Traders is a trigger, it will go on the stack. And oh, the mental misstep on the Crop Rotation. But then again, he was losing his City of Trader. But you could always answer to that. City of Brass. 1 for Springleaf Drum. which is not as good as Relic of Legends, but still super useful. Thrasios, so that he can, as soon as he has a Basalt closer to the win. Then we go to Sisay, Weatherlight Captain. Gonna go for draw. Tap for 2, 3, 4. Five. Oh, to activate. Okay, 5 to activate Sisay. Uses Diada. -3 Diada to look at this to put to graveyard is top 4. Land Emiel, land, and out of the fairy. The dilemma is, does he leave them in there, or does he put some in hand to make treasures? He decides to put Oath and Emiel in his hand, and he's going to be able to make 2 treasure. So at this point, he's going to crack the treasures for something. Will reactivate Sisay. At this point, he could be going for the game. Nope, he's taking out the One Ring. So what he could have done is go get Aminatu, flicker Diada, make 4 treasures, use 2 treasures to create, reactivate, use the treasures to create blue and green, reactivate Diada, reactivate Sisay, go get Nickel Bolt as Planeswalker, use the last 2 treasure to play Out of Teferi, and then it would be game. But he went for the longer, safer game plan with the One Ring. Wandering Archaic for our Kinnan player, which is pretty good, allowing them to copy any counterspell in a counterspell war. I believe he just passes after that. No, he actually went and I believe attacked with Kinnan. Kodashima player plays another colorless land. I'm seeing only 1 green yet for his shared summons. Summoner's Pact, sorry, keep forgetting. Ghost attempt to pass. Kinnan player activate Thrasios. Bottom the first, flip it. Flip it Grim Monolith too, which is not bad, but not a Basalt. Goes to untap. We see Ancient Tomb in hand. Tap Ancient Tomb to play Grim. Grim for 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. And he pays for the Wandering Archaic on the overloaded Cyclonic Rift. That is one way to restart a game. So this is a player going back to square one. Everybody else pretty much the same position. Kodashima had nothing. Kinnan, sure, the second Kinnan at the top right is lost his Wandering Archaic. Replays the Relic of Legends. Chromux, imprinting Chord of Calling. If you see him removing the Ragavan, it's because he thought about imprinting Ragavan and changing his ID. Tap for 2. Kinnan, of course. Now we can use Chromox and Kinnan. Relic of Legends into Ragavan as a spare red. For the One Ring. Gotta be drawing cards as soon as possible. Draws 1 and he will pass. Nope. My apologies. He taps Kinnan for a Remora. Talk about the clutch draw on top of that. Kinnan player taps for a bird. He should have enough to recast his Kinnan. Unless he has any other better options. Tap for 3. Plays Manglehorn. Targeting... what would be the best target? I believe the Relic of Legend would slow down the Sisay player. And yes, it is. Relic of Legend being targeted. Now we've got the Kodashima player drawing another colorless land. Oh boy, this got a sting. It's a 2-color deck, so it should not be rare to have 1 or 2 basic land or any other color. Replace the Grafdiggers. Sisay player keeps drawing. Well, he just drew 1 from the Grafdigger's cage. Kinnan player goes ahead. Activate Thrasios. Seems like a good card. He's thinking hard on that one. But he decides to put it on the bottom. Flip. It's a land. Goes into play tapped. Not what he was looking for. Would have been a basalt or anything else. And he passes. Sisay player pays for the Mystic. Use the One Ring to draw 2. Think hard and long about what he's gonna do. Chromux in 1. They are Otawara. Otawara bouncing the Manglehorn. It is a weird move. He's activating Thrasios, mostly trying to find an answer. But the thing is, unless you've got a Stifle, you cannot do anything about that Otawara. And then we go removing the life for the Ancient Tomb. Then he goes Dockside. Dockside in a Kinnan is a dangerous thing to have. So he has a green and colorless on board. Casts Amiel with a treasure. Now, of course, he's generating, I believe, 3 treasure. Thanks to Kinnan, he can actually do an infinite loop of bouncing Dockside, recasting Dockside, net gaining 1, if I remember correctly. And as he does that, he technically have infinite mana. So at this point, he will put Sisay into play. He will show that if he's net 1, he's going to be able to get an infinite number of activation, and he will go for that combo. Every time Raveler because he wants to be sure of his win. He's going to go get Aminatu because Aminatu and the second Planeswalker, which is Nicol Bolas, Dragon God, and Oath of Teferi gives an infinite number of activation. So at this point, all he has to do is bounce any legendary that is on the board for any of the player, and then he can just bounce everything, and the game is pretty much over. So as we see everybody else scooping, still unclear, but at this point he can just put everything in his deck on the board, and at that point it's pretty much GG. Thank you for everyone that's being here. Please like, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next game.